So we are here. We are here. We are here. This is very unexpected, guys. Yeah. I came in because I was feeling a little off. So I had to get my stuff checked today. And as I got it checked today, that's the result. So now it's showing that I have a case of preeclampsia, which is when your blood does not clot because your platelets are dropping, or they have dropped. So they are now at an 86, and if they go under 70, I am not able to take an epidural. So now I'm here. I have to get induced 2 weeks before my due date. Damn near about 2.5 weeks before my due date. Well, not really. I kind of guess you could say about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, 2.5, until my due date. My due date was on June 2nd, and it looks like she is going to possibly be coming today, Mother's Day. Yeah, so we will see after my induction. That's going to take a few hours anyways in itself, so I'm here. So right now, I done got the IV. It's right here. Took it out because they had to give me the other medication for my situation. They had to give me magnesium to help me not have seizures since my blood pressure goes up. So I got that magnesium, and then they gave me some misoprostol or something like that. That kind of helps with my contractions. And then they're gonna do that damn balloon thing, I guess. I've been reading up on stuff, and they were either gonna give me the Pitocin or this misoprostol one. But since my contraction, I guess I've been contracting, but I just haven't felt it. But my contractions are very seldom before they gave me the pills to start the contractions. As of right now, it's really mild. She's just moving a lot though, but other than that, it's like really mild. I'm very tired. It is 5 a.m. I can't even really eat for real because we don't know if it's going to be, well, we know it's going to be good. First of all, I'm going to have a very safe and healthy in all that delivery at the end of the day. They're telling me that I can't eat any food right now just in case I have to get a C-section. Sipping on my apple juice and ice. And then she gave me like some crackers. Got like a whole bunch of packed crackers and some peanut butter to use because I can't eat anything like heavy. Not plan to be getting induced at all, but luckily I came in super early, and luckily I came in time to catch everything. I had no idea that my shit was going up like that. Like I said, I've been monitoring my blood pressure, and my blood pressure has not been up. No, it hasn't. So that was a surprise to me. And when they told me I had to get induced, I had to stay, I said, oh, well, damn. All right, that went by quick. So I could be safe. The baby's fine. Baby's heartbeat's fine. The baby's moving fine. Everything with the baby's literally fine. It's just me because my blood pressure is going up and then my platelets are dropping. So, yeah. So that's that whole situation. But it's all right. God got us. We gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through this. We're gonna bring in our baby girl. Cannot wait to meet her, and everything's gonna be great. God is in this room. God is in control. I trust him. I have faith in him. Everything that he does. I can do this. This is what we are built for as women. Even though it's very anxious and very like nerve-wracking. But I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And just hold her and finally get her out of my stomach. So I can see her. Like for real though. So yeah. I'm excited. I wasn't prepared for this. My hair is a mess. I didn't even lay my edges down or nothing. Like, I wasn't prepared for this. I wanted to get my hair done before I even went to delivery. Because, like I said, my delivery date was June 2nd. I wanted to at least get my hair retwisted or something. Like, other plans, apparently. Other plans. But I guess it is what it is at the end of the day. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is really not going to be too much of anything. I'm just going to be talking like basically about my birth experience because as some may know, baby girl is here. She wasn't supposed to be here that early, so we got her here though. She's a beautiful blessing. What happened was, as you see it in the other video, I went to the hospital on the 10th of May. Or no, I'm sorry, I think it was like the 9th. It was a Saturday night. I went to the hospital, to the emergency room, like the pregnancy emergency room, labor, delivery, whatever. Went because I was. Hold on, baby girl's crying. Okay, so yeah, so I went to the emergency room. I think it was like April 9th or something like that. It was that Saturday before Mother's Day. So I went to the hospital, but I was feeling like really weird. I don't know, it just hit me super randomly at nighttime. Like it was like around 10 or like maybe around 10, 11 o'clock possibly. Weird headaches, random. Like, well, I tell you this is random because I wasn't having this before this day. I was having weird headaches, and then my blood pressure was like rising. I kept taking my blood pressure, or I just took it like once or twice or something like that, and it was up a little bit. It wasn't hella high, but it was a little bit high, and I was just starting to feel really weird, like lightheaded and just off. I felt off, like it was just super weird, right? And mind you, like I was getting like the little, they call it like lightning crotches. So like when you feel like really sharp pains in your like pelvic area, I was feeling that, but it will stop and stuff like that. And I was just feeling like the normal Braxton Hicks type situation, as what I thought. So I told him, I was like, I'm just feeling super weird right now. I don't know what's going on. Yada yada yada. Boom. We just went to the emergency room, right? So we get there, they, they take my blood pressure. My blood pressure wasn't as high as it was when I took it at home. So I was like, okay, it's a little weird, but all right, we're here. So we're just gonna go ahead and just see what's going on or whatever. So as we got to the emergency room, went upstairs to labor delivery emergency rooms, and they took my blood pressure. I took a urine sample, and I think they took my blood too, if I'm not mistaken. As they did that, and I want a blood pressure monitor, like she's running it like every like 5 or 10 minutes. Oh, shoot, baby, but I thought again. Okay, so we got a new addition to the video. But so we got there, they took my urine, I did a urine sample or urine test, they kept my blood pressure going like every 5 minutes or so. And all that good stuff. The doctor comes in, I tell her what's going on. Then she's like, okay, well, let's just go ahead and check and see what's going on. The closet is, I told her, I was like, I'm not having like no bleeding, my water didn't break, and nothing like that. And so she's like, okay, let's just check your blood work and your test and stuff that comes back. So I said, okay, cool, right? So as we went on that, I'm nervous because I'm just like, I just hope that nothing is going on. You know what I'm saying? Previously, I was having troubles with my platelets. My platelets kept dropping, and I think that has something to do with like your blood pressure and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken. So my platelets just kept dropping. So I was just like, okay, but last time I checked, they came back up a little bit. So I was like, okay, cool. I had my appointment that day to go and get my blood drawn to check my platelets again, just to make sure they didn't drop again. Boom, boom, boom. Then when she came back, she came in, mind you, it's probably like 12, close to 1 o'clock in the morning now at this point on a Saturday. And this was going into Sunday. And so she came in and sat down, and I said, oh shit, I think something's going on. Me and Terrell was like, well, we didn't say anything, we just waited to see what she was gonna say. She came in, she sat down, and basically she was like, okay, so it looks like your platelets have dropped and your blood pressure is high because of that, or whatever. And so we were like, okay. So then she ended up saying, so you'll have to be induced. So you're gonna have to stay here at the hospital, and we're gonna have to induce you. I said, wait, what? I said, wait, what? I looked at Terrell like, wait, huh? And then so I was just like, so what? Wait, I said, so what does that mean, induced? What does that mean? She's like, okay, so we have to induce you, so you have to stay at the hospital, so we have to basically put you into labor. So basically what that is like when they induce you, basically they force your body to go into labor. And I was like, okay, what the hell? It caught me off guard, caught both of us off guard, because first of all, we didn't come in there thinking that we was going to be basically have to go into labor or anything like that. We came in there because I was feeling weird, thinking that it was going to just send me home, like if something else happens, then come back. But she was like, luckily you came now, because if you went back home or didn't come, it could have gotten worse. And I was like, oh no, okay, yeah. So I was like, okay, well that's a good thing. But then again, it caught us off guard because we weren't expecting to come in and having to stay and then go through labor and delivery. We weren't expecting that. We had nothing. I had no bags. We had no clothes. We had nothing. Like we had none of our paperwork. Nothing. So I was like, okay. I immediately started shaking because I was nervous. Because I was like, I didn't think that we had to stay and do this. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, her due date was June 2nd. And like I told you, this was like we went in on like May 9th or something like that. And then that's Saturday before Mother's Day. And she was not ready to come out yet, for real. Like her due date. It wasn't her due date yet. And then they also checked my cervix to see if I was even dilating or anything like that. The girl, they said that my cervix was closed. Like my cervix was all the way closed. Like it was not open at all. It was not dilating at all. So I was just like, okay, what the heck? So yeah. So fast forward from that, Terrell went back home to go get the bag, and ironically, which is such a coincidence, that night before I had packed the hospital bag. For whatever reason, I just packed it just to have it packed.
and like have some of her stuff in there, like some diapers and stuff like that, and like some onesies and stuff for me and stuff like that. I packed that in there as well, not knowing that I was going to be going to the damn hospital the day after I do that. Like, that's so random that I did that. Luckily, I did that. I started something. So he went back home to get the hospital bag and got some more stuff and got his stuff, blankets and everything like that. Boom. So they moved me to the labor room. So now we have to go into the labor room or whatever. Now they're gonna have to. They put me on magnesium. That stuff has me loopy. Basically, I'm drunk. I was getting hot flashes. I was hot. All that. Like it was intense. So I put on that, and then I was on that for a while. And then, mind you, this is going on in the middle of the night, going into Sunday. Waited a little while. I had about like three different nurses come in. The first nurse was hella cool. I think her name was like Stephanie or something like that. Damn, I can't remember her name, but she was mad cool. It was her, and then another nurse came in, and then my last nurse came in that actually did the delivery with me. And yeah, so that was the whole experience for real. Like, they gave me the magnesium, and they waited a little while, then they told me what options they were going to do as far as like putting me into labor, like with the balloon thing, and then there was like another option that they had or whatever. And then they told me about like if I was gonna be able to get epidural or not. They told me like the type of drug I could get and all this other stuff. And then it was like a whole lot of that stuff, right? So I ended up like taking like the medication. It was like some I think it was some like something that they gave me, like some a drug or something to help me like relax, basically. And then they put the balloon in me. It was super weird. Like, the thing was so long, but like the tip of it was super small. So that balloon thing, it just basically helps your cervix open up so you can start dilating. And yeah, so they did that. Then I had to get like the little catheter thing where it's like they put something in your like pee hole to help you pee. So you can't go to the bathroom and pee. I had to pee in that little tube thing, and it had a little bag over there on the side for me to pee in, and they had to keep coming to change it every whatever, you know what I'm saying. I ended up getting the epidural because I wasn't sure if I was going to get it because of my platelets. Now they said that if your platelets keep dropping, and if it drops below like a level 70, you can't get the epidural because you're gonna like it's I think it said something about like bleeding out or something like that. So my platelets was at like a 86 or 84, something around there. It was something around there. And they was like, you can still get the epidural. Like the doctor, he was okay for me to, he would the dude that the person that's over that or whatever, he said he's comfortable with me getting the epidural. So I said, okay, cool. Now, mind you though, I wasn't gonna get the epidural because I wasn't sure. I had already kind of like trained my brain to not really have an epidural or getting the epidural at all because of I already kind of was like just already mentally preparing myself to not have that epidural and just go natural with nothing. So I was going through the contractions, and I was like, okay, these are contractions. Yeah, these feel like period contractions, but they just feel like 10,000 times worse or whatever. So I'm going. Hours are going by. Mind you, I was in labor all Sunday, all of Monday, and then I ended up wanting to get epidural. I said, you know what? I want the epidural because I can't take these damn cramps. I was thinking in my head like I can do this. And Terrell was like, you're doing really good. Surprisingly, like you're not tripping out. You're handling the contractions really well, stuff like that. You're doing good. But then as time went on, I was like, nah, I need that epidural because those cramps, baby. Yeah, if you cramp bad for periods, them bitches is like a million times worse. But I was handling it really good, and I wasn't like doing the most nothing like that. Like I thought I really would be, but I wasn't. And I think I wasn't because I was under that magnesium, and that magnesium was very intense on me. And I was really just super chill and just chilling for real. So I think that's why I wasn't like ODing or whatever. So then, boom, they ended up giving me the epidural. So I got that. And then and I think he had to take it out and redo it, because when he did it the first time, my heart rate started going up. He did it again. It was like, okay, cool. First of all, I didn't feel the needle. The needle is mad long, but I didn't feel it. My heart rate just went up the first time, but then when he did it again, it was like normal. Yeah. So that's how that went, and she's here. Beautiful baby girl, head full of hair. Like, she's so pretty. So I am very blessed, and now I'm a home mom, which is crazy to say and like to even think about. But at the end of the day, like, this is what I wanted. Like, you know, that is the experience of me going into my labor and my delivery. She came way early, but it's all right. It's all right. By the way, she came out 5 pounds. I think 5 pounds 6 out, either 6 ounces or 4 ounces. So, you know, when I had to stay at the hospital for about 3 days because she was so small, and because of my whole situation with my blood pressure and everything like that, just to make sure that I don't have like the preeclampsia, which it kind of ruled out that I had like mild preeclampsia. But they just kept me there and kept her there as well, just to be safe, you know, and stuff like that. And day evening, that's when we left, about Wednesday. I believe we left about Wednesday evening. And then yeah, so that's that. That is the story. It ain't really a story that anybody was asking for. It was just something I wanted to just share, whatever. So yeah, so you know, it was a good experience. I never thought I would really have kids, because I was like, I'm hitting 30, like I ain't have no kids, like what's going on? I needed a man first to even have that. But God blessed me with this baby girl, blessed me with this good man I have. Very appreciative of him. He's been so good. He was really good throughout my pregnancy, and during like the whole postpartum situation of it all, like getting a little bit frustrated because baby girl is fussy. But I kind of like am getting used to it now at this point. But I was like, just getting about like a month and a half or so, I'll be straight, to the point where it's like, all right, girl, you know what I'm saying? But I just be feeling bad sometimes, because like I hate hearing her cry, like the hysterical crying that be getting me. I be like, okay, let me go get her and pick her up, because I can't just sit here and just have her crying like that. I feel like I know something wrong. It made me feel so bad. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, she's a baby. She's gonna cry and fuss and things like that. I can't believe she's already about to be a month. That's insane. But you know, she's about to be a month, and she's growing. She's getting a little bit bigger. She's still tiny and small, but she's just super long. Like, her legs are so long, her arms are long, her feet long. She's just gonna be a tall girl. I ain't gonna lie. Her dad's tall. Her dad's tall. My dad is tall. I'm not tall, but I'm like a cool little average height, 5'5.5" or whatever. So I'm blessed to have her and like safely here with us, and we're both safe and everything like that. God, that's my little TED talk for my little delivery for my baby girl. And yeah, and I wanted to kind of just express that, because I know people come on here, like the women come on here and kind of share their birth experience and things like that. So I shared what I could remember. Like I said, I barely remember half the stuff, but I remember certain things. So from what I was told and what I see right here, great. It was a smooth delivery, but definitely scary. So yeah, so you know, people come in here and talk about it, talk about their experience, things like that, what they did and what they didn't do. I started to record, like you seen the video before, but I just say, you know, forget it. I have no energy to even pick up my phone and record anything. Yeah, so that's my little TED talk, and that's my story for my baby girl's delivery and my delivery. And again, like always, I'm always saying, thank God for everything. Thank God for getting us here safely. and having a baby here safe and everything like that. So we're gonna definitely be seeing some more content. I keep saying that in every video, so I'm gonna kind of stop saying it. Actually, I'm gonna keep saying it because I honestly, I've been going through it obviously, and she was very unexpected to be coming this early. So therefore, I kind of had a pause. I was recording stuff, but then like I stopped for a little bit, but because I wasn't expecting for her to be coming this early at all. But this girl is knocked out for real, and I keep pushing her head back because I don't want her head to be hanging. But anyways, yeah, y'all. So just stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel if you have not yet, please, guys. I really need to get my subscribers up. I want to keep begging y'all to do it. I'm not begging y'all to do anything I don't want to do, but I need to get my subscribers up. So just subscribe to my channel and all of that, girl. She been hungry for real. But anyways, yeah, so like, comment, subscribe up, share it, all that good stuff, and just stay tuned for what I got and what I'm going to be doing and things like that. And, you know, again, we're going to be reaching our goals soon. After coming to my TED Talk and whatever. Peace. Stay black.